Hi, community. How are you doing? This is Spirit Guide. So, I'm picking up the reading on Andrew Tate, and I had a question, which I think, getting clarity into this fork in the road, right, with Andrew Tate. So, we know that there's a fork in the road, it's an internal battle he's dealing with. But even with the internal battle, I just have questions as to the energy he's putting into it. This fork in the road decision, does he realize? Just some questions, and I know you probably do as well. So I'm just going to clarify the fork in the road. I may make another video clarifying fates. I understand, and it sounds to be very clear. The only one that was unclear to me was fork in the road, right? Because he has a decision to make. He has three ways he can actually go. And he is not clear as to which one he wants to take, okay? I'm getting intuitively that Andrew Tate is still in the mindset of he wants to be in charge of everything. And that's ego, right? That's ego. Look at that. Okay, so his ego is still at play here, okay? When your ego is at play, what happens is decisions that are right, meaning righteous decisions that will set you on a normal path like we all live, those decisions are not clear. They're not going to be there because it requires a certain amount of sacrifice, okay? And he's not there yet. I'm getting he's not there. And a powerful move fell out, right? So a powerful move, if we look at this, it's like, here's the world. It's like a chess game. Like the world is a game to him, right? The world is chess to him, okay? And in the world being a game or being chess to him, his ego is taking reign. It's taking center stage right here. He's the king, right? So he's taking the throne at the top, okay? And then the rook is on the bottom, okay? So the other piece is here. I think this is a rook. This is definitely not the queen. This looks like a rook to me. Well, yeah, okay, whatever. It's not a bishop. It's probably a rook. So anyway, and then there's the key, right? So he feels he has the key to everything. Okay, so I don't see, especially with that energy, that Andrew Tate is going to calm down anytime soon. Remember, those are options in that other video, okay? I don't know. I'm not getting he's gonna. Yeah, and to me, I see, right? Yeah, this is ego. He possibly can be choosing ego route, right? This is all about him. There's nothing here about creating any kind of destiny, creating any kind of, let me get one more energy on that, creating any kind of legacy, nothing like that. It looks like he's choosing himself again, okay? Oh boy, I choose this one. Yep, smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. So right now what he's doing is he doesn't realize that where he is just smoke and mirrors. They're feeding his ego again. Okay, so wherever he is, and I don't know where this gentleman is, but wherever he is, they're just feeding into him. Right? They're feeding into him. They're pouring whatever his ego wants to hear is what he's being poured into right now. Okay. I also see, especially into me, I see that's very egocentric, vain kind of decisions. Okay. So that's a concern, but that's his life. He's leading it. There's nothing I can do, nothing you can do. Even if you're his friend, there's nothing you can do. This is something Andrew Tate has to conquer on his own. And when I say conquer it, it can take him his entire life to conquer it, especially now because ego is coming up 2 out of 3 times, right? So he can take the rest of his life. The other reading, he was in hermit, in fork in the road to make a decision. So he did the work. He went into hermit. He looked into himself. He was a little depressed. He probably saw what he did before. And the decision he's made possibly is to go forward and do better, do more things ego-driven wise. because smoke and mirrors are here. Because the environment that he's around has not changed. They're telling him what he wants to know. Okay, they're telling him what he wants to know. Okay, King of Wands in reverse, yeah. King of Wands in the upright is about pleasure. You know, being like the man on campus kind of thing. Like, everybody wants me. You know, in reverse, he doesn't really feel that way. But actually, I'm going to put that on smoke and mirrors. But they're making him feel that way. They're turning him... They're going to make him feel like King of Wands in the upright. And look, King of Wands actually favors him. Okay? So, yeah. So, that's an issue. Yeah, Judgment in reverse. He threw himself out of Hermit. He's made a decision. He's coming back and he's going to be himself. He's going to be a better version, I heard, of myself. I see a better version of Andrew Tate. He's going to be more powerful, more driven, more egocentric, more maniacal with the ego. It's all about him more than he was before. 10 of Cups. And it's going to be fine for him, right? Because he's going to have a relationship. Why? Every time I do a reading, these animals have a problem. Sorry. So 10 of Cups, of course he's going to be in a relationship. We saw he was in one before. He's always in a relationship. That's nothing new. But, you know, for all it's said and done, this is going to be his journey to go. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. His money is going to be a problem. Okay, that may be the reason he's choosing this ego-driven life right now. Because on his own, he's not able to sustain it, right? He needs the energy from the smoke and mirrors, the people that are around him, creating it for him. He needs that, okay? The Chariot going forward, right? So he's moving forward. He's not, this energy is not energy of, I don't know what I'm doing. He does know what he's doing. He's going to stay in the company that he's with. He's going to take whatever suggestions they give him because they are funding this. They are giving him all of his fortunes. And it's coming through a woman. There's a woman that he is with, and she is kind of the benefactor. She's the reason that he went into Hermit to leave her, but he chose not to. 8 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, he's going back for another cycle, guys. That's why it was bothering me after I finished that reading. I was like, something else had to happen. Well, good for him. Ace of Wands. So he's trying to activate his third eye. He is right now in a very, there'll be 18 plus on this. He is right now in a very sexual energy, right? Because he's in a relationship. He's in a sexual energy right now, okay? Yeah, but he's gonna, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come back to YouTube or go back to TikTok or wherever he was on. He's going to, okay? 2 of Swords, right? He's in his head. He's trying to figure out, you know, how he's going to proceed forward. How is he going to like reinvent? This is energy of reinventing yourself. That's what this is. Hold on, guys. Let me back this up a little bit, okay? All right, there you go. Yeah, so he's trying to figure out how is he going to how's he going to reinvent himself, right? How's he going to move forward with the 2 of Swords? Okay, so he's coming back. He's coming back. He didn't choose the path of simplicity. He didn't. Yeah, he's got his strength back. He's coming back. He didn't choose the path offered to him of wholesomeness, tranquility, you know, living a nice life, finding a nice girl, settling down, having a baby. Had he chose that route about settling down and living the wholesome life, he would have had a child within 6 months. Ace of Wands in reverse, right? So he's not up in his head. He's not worried about his decision. He's made it. He's made it. He's going to stay in this cycle of ego. He's staying in the cycle of ego. So this is what Andrew Tate is going to do. So that is the fork in the road. That's the decision he's made. That's it. It's like he can't live without the material. He can't live without materialism. He can't live without being noticed. He can't live without money. He can't. That's how he is right now. You know, he can't. And just pray for him. Just pray for him. Yeah. There's an epiphany, and the epiphany he had is he was better the way he was before. He was better doing what he did. He just made some mistakes, but he's going to improve those mistakes and move forward. Back to the round of I'm everything. Okay, I'm everything and you're nothing kind of energy attitude. That's what his epiphany is. That he's the best at everything he does and he's coming back. Right? He's going to come back like bigger and badder, I'm hearing. Oh boy. Yeah. He got challenges. Okay, let's get one more. This is him speaking. This is the masculine deck. You know it's the masculine deck, right? Well, yep, proud. There goes ego. One more. Oh my goodness. I had so much hope. I really did. Oh my goodness. Not saying everyone has to live the simple life, but that would have been such a great comeback. Like, I don't know. And just, why not? Like, you can't always be on top, right? Clearly. He's immobile. All right, come on, one more. Yeah, it stemmed from his childhood. There we go. Right, so the epiphany that he's big, bad, and in charge, right, that comes from his childhood. Comes from his childhood. He wasn't challenged in childhood. His ego was not checked. His ego was allowed to run amok. I don't know. I'm getting because he was different in childhood. I don't know. You know, he might have had the energy of, you know, oh, his father's not here, his mother's not here, that kind of energy. So this ego went unchecked in childhood. It went unchecked. So now we're dealing with it, right? He's immobile right now, right? When I see immobile, I don't mean physically immobile. I mean like, he can't come back without resources. So he's trying to get resources now to come back. He's trying to line up his resources. He's trying to understand if he's coming back through, through TikTok, YouTube, who's banned him, who hasn't. He's trying to make a big comeback, okay? There are some challenges here. Yeah, I see that light keep going in and out, and I don't know why it's doing it. I'm not sitting on anything. The challenges that he's facing are basically finances and opportunity. Okay, that's what it is. He is going to come back. He's planning to come back. Okay, and distancing. Yeah, he's going to be closer, right? Because distancing is in reverse. That's how it came out. Okay, so he's not at a distance. He might be back. He might be back in the U.S. and we don't know it yet. Okay, but this is what he's decided. He's decided to let the ego. His ego now is taking back control. Okay, so he had a moment, but he decided, nope, that's not what he wants. Okay, and he's coming back. And look, this is like New York City. Okay, so maybe he's going back. Maybe he's going to New York. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it for him. So that's the outcome of the fork in the road. This is what he chose to do. Okay, and because he chose to do this, we'll see in another reading if fate is now changed. Because once you make a decision, fate doesn't necessarily change. It just pivots, right? So if he was going to be a father within a year, because he's chosen ego, it's not going to happen. So he's going to pivot a little bit that timeline. Instead of a year, it might be 5 years. Okay. But fate, I think that we're going to just leave that one alone. We will go into the future one, the blessed one, to see how his blessings have changed now that he has potentially decided to let the ego, right? He made that decision. The epiphany came to him that he's the best at what he does. No one does better. That's his ego 100%, okay? And ego came out here as well, okay? So, yeah, this is what he's chosen to do. He will have challenges. His challenges right now are financial and opportunity, okay? He is the product. It's Andrew Tate. It's his personality. But he has challenges on how do I fund this again? How do I get the jets? How do I do all of this? He's got to line his resources back up. He's not using the same resources, so he thinks he's made a better choice. He may have. However, it's not the choice that divine wanted him to make. So he didn't necessarily learn a lesson, I'm getting intuitively. All he did was learn how to do something, what he did before, better. So he's entering another cycle, basically, is what he's doing. He's entering another cycle, okay? All right, so then that's that. And let's just stand and watch and see what's going to happen this time, But yeah, so Andrew Tate is coming back, and he's coming back, better than ever. He's got, some plans in his head. He's blinded to things that he doesn't want to see. He's not worrying about it in his head. We just went through all of this. He's moving forward quickly with this, the plan he has now, right? His money is affected. It's affected, right? He's in a relationship. 10 of Cups. He's in a relationship. There's no judgment here. He's cleared a lot of his karma. Okay, he's cleared it. But he's cleared that karma, but created other karma because the ego is still driving him. He hasn't learned to give that ego up so he could just live a life of wholesomeness, I guess. I don't know. All right, everybody. So that was it. So I answered my own question. Hopefully I answered some of yours. Have a good one. Bye-bye.